Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing for Tuesday, 28th of October, 2025. So the synoptic situation then. So this was as of midnight last night. Low pressure over the northwest of Scotland is controlling the weather as we speak. And we're under a warm sector last night. Make note of this cold front here. So this was about midnight last night. If I ran that through to midday today, you see that cold front has gone through. And that would have given a few little showers, would be a few little showers first thing. And that's going to leave us in a very, very fresh westerly airstream over the area. There's a few trough lines out over to the west of Ireland at the moment. It may be a factor later on, but we'll have to see how that goes. So the cloud at the moment then, as you can see, this cloud here is all associated with a cold front that's going to shoot to the south of us. And if we look at the actual rain forecast, it's sort of indicative of the rain that would have been associated with that cold front, and it's now dissipating, as you can see. There's some showers out over Wales, which we'll keep an eye on. But no significant issue to us just at the moment. So if you look at the rain forecast at the moment, there's the showers over the Wales, and there's some showers associated with that cold front. But if I run through the Met Office predicted rainfall for the day, you see that dissipates. Showers are going to be around Wales for a while, but as they go further east, they're going to dissipate and dry out by the looks of it. So it should leave us here at Lasham in a reasonable dry day. Okay, so if we look at the Odium, TAF, they are talking 50 knots from the south, west southwest, a few clouds at 1,500 feet, and temporarily between 9 and 12, 60 knots from the west, gusts of 26 knots. And Farnborough's quite similar, 10 knots from the west southwest, a few clouds at 4,000 feet, with a 40% probability between 7 and 8 this morning, 8,000 meters, unbroken cloud and light rain, which has gone through. Spot winds are giving us today at 270.25, and windy is giving us on the surface 13 knots westerly. Regional forecast is giving us a pleasant day. Blight, a few cumulus perhaps later on today. Max temperature around about 13, feeling around about 10 with the wind, and a westerly wind of about 13 knots. But just make a note here of some of the gusts. This morning, talking about gusts of 26 knots thereabouts, probably as the tail end of that cold front goes through. GFS is giving us a max temperature today of 12, with a dew point down at 6. Local Met Office is giving us just off 11 degrees at the moment, with a dew point down 8.6. And you see the temperature dew point fairly steady at the moment. I suspect that the temperature and dew point will split a bit later on, but we're only going to get a few more degrees heat anyway. View outside the window is very, very pleasant. Nice brisk westerly. Some of this upper cloud is probably going to be about 3,000 or 4,000 foot, and it's not going to be a factor to us today. And if I run to the significant weather for top meteo, basically we've got the low crowd and crud at 7 this morning down where we are. But as I run this through to 7 and 8 o'clock, that is clearing through. Yeah, make sure we definitely got the right day. That's clearing through. A couple of showers on the south coast you can see, but after around about 11 o'clock, it's clear pretty well for the rest of the day. Sky sight is giving us 270 degrees, 17 knots. The lower cloud rising, a bit of a upper and mid-level cloud later on at the end of the day, but we could possibly get cumulus to around about 3,000 feet locally today, and some possible weak thermals to around about 3.5. If I look at the cross section of the sky side, it's sort of indicative of what we're expecting. This cloud associated front is going to depart, and we're going to get a reasonable window of during our flying day from about 10:30 till 4 o'clock. 20 knot westerly winds they're giving, but possible thermals, 2-3 knot thermals, maybe up to around about 3,000 feet. NOTAMs wise, and only NOTAMs we've got at the moment are 13, which is Barton Stacey, usual live flies. That's going to be up to 1,600 feet. 14 is flare firing at Thursley, not till 5 p.m. today. 16 is Danger Air 132. Ash Ranges is open or active, service to 850 feet. And 18 up here is a rat at Windsor Great Park, service to 2,500 feet. Okay, then. So operationally today, then, we're going to cross section first, amplify slightly, reasonable window of opportunity for our day today. There's no reported movements at the moment from 2XL. They did have a prediction of a 727 doing some air tests or an air test today. I haven't seen a flight plan for it yet. It was on the predicted calendar, so we'll have to wait and see on that. Normally the NOTAM is out by now, but I haven't seen one yet. So we're going to be a fresh westerly wind. Cloud base should be around 3,000 foot today. Caution of gusts to 26 knots, especially in the morning. Got two K21s on the booking system with instructors and students. A K13 for trial flights, maybe use a K21 due to the gusts. K21 for casual flying. SH7 is booked this morning, and there's plenty of single seat availability today. So we'll plan to set up on 27, winch on the south side as normal. I think the grass is dry enough after a normal operation off the grass. Please watch at the end of the day, the glides are starting to get a little bit dirty now due to the wetter ground. Reminder about the buggies, and the simulator is serviceable as far as I'm aware. So set up to today then, on 27, normal operation, winch on the south, airtime on the north, land north and south sides, and please be cautious of the red areas, very, very rough and loose stones on this part of the disused runways. Okay, that's all for now. I shall see you guys in the clubhouse initially or out on the airfield a bit later on. Bye-bye.